Alrighty, hello everybody. Incredible afternoon. I want to say incredible morning because I was meant to do this in the morning, but it's okay. Incredible afternoon, everyone. All right, it's going to be a quick one. I do have a 1 o'clock class today for our custom ribbons seminar. We're talking about the business side of it today, so won't be on too long. Won't keep you guys too long. No more than, of course, 30 minutes because it's about all the time that I have. And we are going to talk about tracing. I find that I do a lot of tracing videos because I really do believe that it is like one of the major fundamentals. It's like a really it's the major foundation to a lot of designs that you will do in various programs, like Silhouette Studio. Let's see. I got to get over here and adjust some things. Here we go. Edit privacy. Public. There we go. Boom. All right. And one more time, let's go over here and get this all shared out. I don't know why it's not giving me the share button. I find that I do a lot of tracing videos because I write. Okay, wait a minute. Let's turn that down. And then let's try to share this. Oh, I forgot to add 2 places to this. Hold on. I forgot to add this to the student union as well as the 30-day the group for the 30-day training, because they're going to get, just like yesterday, an extended video on some things. So let me just do that. And goodness, come on. I want to share it, but it's not allowing me to. Okay, well, I guess I will share it after the fact. Whoever is on now is who's on now. And if you have questions, you can ask those questions. All right. So, hello, everyone, and welcome to, well, let's just say Silaholics Anonymous, all right? But I am Shakia, the professor of HSINK365. We are the home of Silaholics Anonymous. That's my online platform where I've been teaching you guys how to use Silhouette Studio for the past 8 years. Also the home of the Honestly Speaking brand of products. We carry the absolute best sublimation paper and ink that money can buy. You can sublimate as low as 365 degrees, as fast as 30 seconds. No butcher paper required. I do, certain shirts I have to lint brush, but rarely ever use that or even use tape. So it's definitely a more efficient way to do sublimation. So if you are someone that is into sublimation, make sure that you head on over to our website, shop.hsink365.com, and check out everything that we have over there on the site, even ink and cartridges and chips and things like that for your printers. Also the home of 365 Creative Academy, where we help you to unlock your creativity in a wide variety of trainings. Such as Silhouette Studio, Photoshop, business, creating actual projects, like we just had the foam board one. This week we're working on customized ribbons and bows. So definitely check out that under the 365 Creative Academy or Academy courses section on our website. All right. All right, without further ado, let's go ahead and get into this because I am short on time. We are going to do some tracing. So as you saw from the thumbnail, it's a school logo. It's actually had to do this for someone that works with me here, my apprentice. And I thought it would make a really good training video because it is 2 colors. So I want to show how easy that is. When you have really good files, especially when they were designed great from the beginning, even if you might have one that's not like a super sharp or clear resolution, it can be really easy to recreate those vectorized type logos by simply tracing it, because it's made up of shapes, it's solid colors, and solid colors, of course, are the easiest thing to trace. when you have areas that have like shadows and shading and gradients and things like that, you have to then do manual tracing. And that's where knowing how to use your pen tool, or in some programs, your Bezier tool, or like edit points in Silhouette Studio, to go ahead and manually trace those areas out to vectorize it. But something like this, really, really easy to do. You can do this from the free version of Silhouette Studio. You don't have to have any of the paid upgrades in order to be able to do this. And I highly recommend that everyone learns and masters, if nothing else, tracing and text. Like those are top, like those are like the top two things to master in Silhouette Studio or any design software. Like in other ones, it would be more so like, I guess in this case, it's kind of like removing the background, but not quite removing the background. But there are times where you would do a trace and detach, and that is the same, like that's the equivalent of removing the background from something. Okay. So we're going to go ahead, jump into this. I have to minimize this because guess what? I can't see. I can't see any of the comments over on TikTok. Oh, and I forgot to, welcome you guys to say hello, drop your city and state. Let me know who's watching. Let me know where you are watching from. Okay. Is there anyone here that is new to using Silhouette Studio? Let me know in the comments. If you're new, don't forget to like, share. If you're watching this over on YouTube, click out of the live chat and head on over to like just the main page and give this video a thumbs up and also share it out. All right, while I'm waiting for you guys, we're going to go ahead and jump on over to, let's get rid of this. Oh, wait a minute. Wrong. Okay, we're going to add that to the stream, but let's go over here. That's for a different class. There we go. All right, let me minimize this so I can see all comments. There we go. Okay, so we're going to just basically trace this down. Now, I will have an extended one for all those who are in the student union. So if you've ever taken any of my classes, go to your dashboard. You should see a link with your password, your passcode to be able to get into the group. So you'll have access to our student union, as well as if you're in the 30-day training, you'll have access to that also. One second. It's open. It's open. Alrighty. So let me go ahead and come on over here. So this is two colors. All right. So this is something that was created in a vector format. Okay. It's all lines and filled in with shapes, like nice sharp lines. It's not filled with shapes, filled in with color. So nice sharp lines filled in with color. When this was done, depending on how the full image looked, this could have been the main and then an internal offset, or the main and then an external offset. So don't really know exactly which way this was done, but it could be done both ways. I really think that it was the main and then a regular, like an external offset. All right. But tracing this is easy. We do want to start with a high resolution image. It definitely needs to be high resolution. That's just going to give you a better trace, and it's going to allow it to pick up in those like really detailed sharp corners, like those intricate areas. It's going to allow it to pick up better in those. If not, you may end up having to go in and adjust your edit points and things of that nature. But we're going to come over here to our trace tool. It looks like a piece of toast with jelly on it, or some people say it looks like a butterfly. However you see it is, hey, that's the trace button. If you hover your mouse over it, it's going to say open trace panel. Now you're going to accomplish this by doing simply a regular trace. We're not going to use trace and detach. It is just a regular trace. So we're going to go select trace area, place our box around it. So let's be honest, have an honest moment here. How many of you guys tend to default to trace and detach 9.365 times out of 10? All right, who tends to just go straight to trace and detach and we kind of bypass the regular trace? Right. So once you have your box around it, because of the way these colors are, it's going to fill in and pretty much everything kind of masked out in yellow. But we want to basically isolate that red. And so in the day, like one of the days for our 30-day training, when we go over tracing, I have this really cool color chart and I show what happens as you take your threshold up and down. So if you have not gotten to that section, you're going to be so excited when you get to that one. Like really pay attention to that and take notes on the colors that pick up within those different ranges. So we're going to take our threshold down because I don't want to keep the red covered up. I want to capture darker colors, the darker colors. So I'm going to bring that down slowly with my slider. And then you can also use your arrows if needed to, just kind of jump up by a little bit, right until you get it to where there's no yellow specks inside the red and you just have it on the blue area. Once you have that, you're going to go ahead and hit trace. Oh, it's going to shut down. Seriously, Silhouette Studio. Seriously. Yeah. All right, we're going to bring this back up. All right, while we're waiting for this to come up, let's have a little chat. How many of you guys are still struggling with tracing? Who is struggling with tracing? All right, there we go. We're going to pull this over here. Thank goodness that my what's that thing called? My recovered documents work this time. All right, so you guys will get to see that again. We're going to go trace, select trace area, place our box around it. We're going to take our threshold down. For me, I am at about 34%. I can go up to 35, 36. I'm starting to pick up specks. So I'm going to go back down. So about maybe 35%. And then we're just going to hit trace. All right, we're going to click and move the original out of the way. And then I'm going to click on the trace and fill it in with color. I'm going to pick just a random color for now. That's going to make it better and easier for you guys to see the lines. Once we have this, we need to be able to color in the red because of how it traced. It does not actually have that as a selectable like part of the design yet. You have to release compound path, which will release anything that has like an inner cavity to it. Letters like A, D, P, G, things like that. So we want to release, right click and release compound path. It's going to release everything. So you go from having one box to having multiple boxes, depending on what's connected and what's not connected. So anything that's not touching something else will end up with its own box. Okay. So I'm going to hold down Shift and I'm going to click in the middle because this is the red part of the main. I am left with everything that should be blue. So I'm going to go over to my color palette up here, open that up, click on the dropper, and I'm going to sample that blue. Then I'm going to right click and group that together so that that remains as one. This normally freaks a lot of people out because if you group and it's like, wait, I know the other piece was there. Did it go away? And it's still there. But once we grouped it, it brought all of that to one layer, basically. So we have to right click and send that to the back. And see, that part's still there. So we're going to click on the main, go back to our dropper, and we're going to select the red. I'm going to select all of it and turn off my line color. Okay. So now we have a vectorized version, and I'm going to zoom in so you can see the difference in the quality. So here you have some color halos that, and you can you also have, like, here you see the halo around it. It's pixelated around it. So depending on how you're using this sublimation, sometimes you can't even really tell those pixelated areas because of how sublimation works. But when it's a regular print, you can really see that. So you can see that there is a difference. Now, I am noticing that, like, in here, because of the pixelation, there are areas which I did not see when I was zoomed out, where there's little bumps, and that's where your edit points will come in at, where you'll double click on those and delete point. You have to be willing to zoom in and really inspect your image and make any adjustments. Simply doing a trace is not going to always give you the best or like the perfect result. You may have to go in and clean it up a little bit more, which is why it's important that, you know, even when they provide you an image, if it's something that you have to do work on and you're spending time on it, make sure that you guys are including that in your pricing, or have a separate price point for designing and or setting up files. So for design setup. All right. So I'm not going to worry about cleaning that up right now. I'll end up doing that a little bit later. But this is how you trace it. So I'm going to do it one more time. And then, oh, actually, no, you guys aren't going to get it one more time. I have to go over to our student union and the 30-day group so I can show them how to get the white area, because right now there is no white to this. So if I wanted to put this on a black shirt or any other colored shirt and I wanted there to be white like it is here, I won't have that. So this white is coming from the background. So I'm going to head on over to the student union and 30-day training groups, and we are going to finish this off, and I'm going to show you how you can create that white area. All right. So I see someone say that I need a little bit more practice. I've never tried it yet. I'm still new to Silhouette Studio. So if you have not checked out our 30-day training, which goes over Silhouette Studio and all of the tools and functions of it, make sure that you head over to the website, scroll down under the products, and then you will see the Learn Silhouette Studio in 30 days. And we go over all of the tools and functions. I teach you their fundamental uses, what their purposes are, and a couple ways of how you can use them. By the time we get to the last week, you're going to see all those tools come together. There is a discount right now for this particular training. Get it while it lasts. The discount that's on there, it should be automatic in your cart. So don't hesitate. Go and get that. If you think that you can figure this out on your own, I'm telling you, this will cut through and basically get you to where you're mastering Silhouette Studio in half the time of searching a bunch of YouTube videos, feeling like it's moving too fast, and then not having the support. With all of our classes, you get access to the student union, which is extended support as you're going through any of the trainings that you have paid for. Okay. So she's like, I'm still practicing on my tracing. All right. So definitely check that out. If you're in the student union, head on over there, because we are about to go through the tracing for that, like the extended tracing. All right. So until next time, guys, if you're not in the student union, have a great one. Continue to unlock your creativity. Be incredible. Be sure to give this video a thumbs up, share it out, and tag a friend. All right, y'all. Peace.